Hey guys, we're back for second part of Prince Caspian.
Yep.
I'm DK,
I'm Sharkman.
and let's continue on this big rant of how Prince Caspian
Sucks.
stinks. Like, it's the worst. I don't know. I think the people who liked Prince Caspian don't understand, like, how, like, okay, they didn't read the book at all.
I don't.
For one.
Well, yeah, but even if they did, it still wouldn't matter because it's not direct. It's not as accurate to the book anyway. So it's not. It's so reading the book would be pointless unless you're comparing it to the old TV series. There's no reason to. Unless you're comparing the new movies to the original TV series, there's no reason why you'd be mad if you read the book and then watched the movie and saw and whatever, because it's still inaccurate. It's still not accurate, so it doesn't really even matter. So
I understand. So that's why is that people who did read the book and they saw this come out, they were like, this is nothing like the original or like the book at all. And it's because one, Prince Caspian's character changed
too much
to be Peter. It's basically having two Peters on the same movie.
Exactly.
It's like, it's the worst because like in the original, they're like good friends, even though they just met and everything. They're very respectful to each other. They don't make each other feel bad about each other.
They both see each other more as equals.
And Peter, you going back to what you said, Peter being older and him taking charge and stuff. He does that in the original.
He does it better in the original.
By saying, "Hey, let's face this war in one go by letting me fight Miraz."
Yeah.
Especially since Caspian just got injured.
Yeah.
And the other one is actually Prince Caspian, who
comes up with the plan. Yeah.
Second, the way they even did, like, just everything is. I'm sorry, I don't know where to start with this.
I mean, you pretty much started already. Like, Megan, let's just get this straight. If Megan talks about Peter or Susan at all in any of these videos, just know that she dislikes them. If we bring up Prince Caspian, specifically movie 2 version of Prince Caspian, just know I do not like him. Let's just put that out there.
I don't like Peter. I don't like Susan. I don't like the movie. Just the only thing.
The action's the only good part.
The only parts that I liked. Any part with Edmund and Lucy. Any part with Reepicheep and Trumpkin.
Any of the battle scenes. Those. That's all that's good about that movie. Anything else, I
got mad because
garbage.
I got mad because Prince Caspian's character was ruined. I got mad because Peter was still his idiotic person from there. Susan still thinks she's Miss Goody Two Shoes. There's a love story that never happened.
Yeah.
Well, people would say, "Oh, that's great that there's a love story," but no, there's.
That's the one change I didn't like.
Yeah, and also the constant bickering between Caspian and Peter. The line that Peter says that ruined it, even made me lose even more respect for him, is the fact that he said, like, you invaded Narnia. You have no right to the throne any more than Miraz does. You and your father, Narnia, would be better off without the lot of you. Like, that was the worst thing you could say to Prince Caspian. Like, because you think you're so much better than him.
Caspian wasn't any better, though.
I know, but I'm saying... Okay, and then also, Caspian, like...
Caspian, I think both of them said bad stuff.
Here's the thing. When they went to invade the palace...
Right.
He did not follow orders or do what he was supposed to do.
Yeah.
He went and tried to kill Miraz, which he didn't even kill him.
Yeah.
Like, the whole point was it was a sneak attack.
Yeah.
So we could defeat them.
Yeah.
Not to,
save
well, I also blame Cornelius because he was the one who said, "Don't end up like your father did before you." Because his father was killed by Miraz.
Yeah.
And Caspian, in his bitterness, went to confront Miraz. And he didn't even kill Miraz. Miraz's wife dies. Miraz's wife shoots Caspian before she dies. The whole thing is messed up. And half of the Narnians that went to go fight died. So they both were in fault. And they both are exact. I hated the whole thing. I hated it. Like, and
Peter, I think that one scene where they're fighting, specifically when they come back, I think both of them said stupid stuff.
Yeah.
Like really stupid stuff. Like Peter's line, probably definitely the dumbest thing he said.
From what I
Caspian's
remember, Lucy
line
asked what happened. Peter says, "Ask him," and Susan's like, "Peter," and then like
and then
Peter was saying, if you had just followed orders, none of those men would have died. And he's like, well, if we had just stayed here like I suggested, then they definitely wouldn't have. And
that's
so
not
like,
the line I was talking about, but
which line did he say? I can't remember exactly what Caspian said.
The whole I was not the one who abandoned Narnia.
Oh,
Narnia
that
World.
time.
That's what I'm saying. That's his stupidest line, I think. That's what I'm saying. Those are the two stupidest lines in that movie.
Guys, you're on the same side. Why are you fighting like this? It's useless. Also, okay, so in the original, for Lucy, they met Aslan before, right?
Mm-hmm.
Especially after her dream.
Mm-hmm.
The whole thing that Lucy has to go off by herself in the woods to find Aslan was the stupidest thing too. And then that's when Caspian has the grand idea of them fighting Miraz while she goes gets him. Another stupid thing is that, okay, so like in the original, like we talked about, they defeat the witch and the wolf in
Morgrim. Mm-hmm.
Morgrim in the when they meet Caspian.
Right.
Nickelbrick takes Caspian down to summon a great power to defeat Miraz's army. This is after they fought, like Peter and them fought each other, like were fighting with each other. And the White Witch is about to take Caspian's blood. Peter and Edmund come in, and they and Trumpkin, and Edmund defeats the wolf, and Peter pushes Caspian away, and he doesn't finish the job. He's tempted again by the White Witch. He was about to put his sword down, and Edmund had to step in and defeat the witch again.
I know, you hot and salted. That's what he said.
That's
why Edmund is the best character. Let's be honest. That's why Edmund's the best character.
Like, the only good thing that came out of this movie is Edmund's growth. You could see Edmund's growth.
And the other good characters. But
and
that's
Trumpkin
it. And
I like Trumpkin and Lucy's relationship. And Reepicheep and Lucy's relationship. And I love Reepicheep and Trumpkin.
Can I just say this? Even though he was being tempted, I will say this though. Even though I'm not denying he didn't get tempted. I'm not denying that, he needed to be stronger. Okay, I'm not denying that. But I'm gonna say this: him pushing Caspian away, I feel like was probably the smart move. Because if he didn't, then he most likely would have given her his blood, and she would. I'm just saying that part I liked. That was like the one part about that scene I did like, was where he pushed him away. Other than that, that was when the good part ended. That was it. Yeah. So I'm just saying, there are some good parts, but for the most part, there's too much bad. There's too much bad to like.
I forgot about the part before they go to fight.
Uh-huh.
Lucy was the like you're only thinking there's two options here: dying here or dying there.
Mm-hmm.
And Peter's like, I don't think you've been listening to this whole conversation. And Lucy's like, no, you're not listening. Like, or have you forgotten who really defeated the White Witch? Because Peter is acting like he was the one who defeated
Yeah.
the witch. And that's probably why he thinks he's so great. And, like...
But we can't really blame him too much because I feel like if that was a real scenario and we were in that scenario, we'd probably be the same way where we would be tempted and stuff. Because remember, the witch is supposed to be an allegory or a metaphor, I guess, for Satan, right? So I feel like if we all were in his position, we would... it's because we're still human. At the end of the day, I feel like we would all be tempted and we would all face that same problem and have the same effect, probably, pretty much. But again,
his character would have changed at some point, like him
yeah,
and Caspian finally like being. I mean, they kind of did
at the very, very end, yeah.
but they really didn't, and it was just a whole mess.
Yeah.
I just hated it, and like I don't know. I mean, again, if Trumpkin, Reepicheep, Lucy, and Edmund were not in the movie,
It wouldn't be worth watching.
yeah. And fun fact for you guys, for 3 actors that we know are in the movies. David didn't know this, but know who this was, but the person who played Reepicheep in the original was Warwick Davis, who played Wicket. He played a character from
Willow.
Well, he played Willow. He played another character from the prequels of Star Wars, and he played a character from Harry Potter. I can't remember what that guy's name is.
Boldy?
No, he played another character.
Another elf?
He wasn't an elf. I can't remember what he was. I don't know. You could tell it was him, but yeah, he played Reepicheep. I didn't know this until I was doing research. In the original, Reepicheep was played by Simon Pegg, and Trumpkin was played by Peter Dinklage in the remake, which that just made it better because all his lines were so funny.
That's why Peter Dinklage is a great actor.
The DLF? What does that mean? Dear little friend. Well, that's not at all patronizing, is it? It's like, I wish all of you would stop acting like grown-ups.
I'm a grown-up.
Beards and breadsticks.
Beards and breadsticks.
I guess that horn worked after all.
I wonder why we don't like you.
Also, the last video for the Lion Witch of the Wardrobe, I just said hello there. You know, Lucy actually says that in Friends Caspian to a bear. She's like, "Hello there. It's all right. We can be friends." It's like, like. No, Lucy.
No, first of all, nobody's saying that to a bear. Second of all, no one's saying that, period.
She's used to the animals talking. No,
I know, I mean the we can be friends part. Like,
yeah.
What are you talking about? No one cares, bro.
Yeah. I love her and her and Trumpkin's relationship throughout the movie. It's so cute. Like, he really cares about her. Like, he didn't want her to run off.
I will say this though. I don't like the villain. Was it Miraz's dude who gets eaten by the water dude?
Yeah.
I don't like him.
That's another thing. In the original, there's no water god.
I don't like him though. Like, I don't like the dude.
Didn't like him either.
He's probably the one character that triggered me the most. That's how you know they're good at acting as villains, because when they make you mad.
Yeah. Well, I didn't like Miraz either, but I did like, even though he's a bad guy.
Yeah, I like that guy, but I'm saying
the other guy.
Yeah. The guy that the guy who gets hit with the sword.
Who was about
when he gets
kill
smacked.
Caspian, but he was like, I can't kill you.
Yeah.
Yeah, the one who took the offer from Aslan to go to Earth.
He also got smacked by his own sword, like the handle or hilt, because Miraz decided to smack him. Yeah, so. Yeah, him I liked, but the other guy, he ticked me off. I'm glad he got killed by that stupid water dude.
Yeah.
Well, not stupid, but that water guy. Yeah. He deserved it.
I love Reepicheep. Like both Reepicheep, like both movies did the Reepicheep tail thing.
Also, fun fact: I found out what the Telmarines represent. They represent an atheistic worldview.
That makes sense because they didn't believe in the Narnians or or Aslan.
Yeah, which makes sense why they can't see Aslan.
Yeah,
because they don't believe.
Yeah.
It's like the bell from Polar Express. You have to believe for it to work. You have to believe.
I know that sounds like a cat poster.
But it's true.
Wrong movie, but
anyway, but yeah, I was just saying, like, I think his death probably was the most satisfying out of all of them. And that sounds so dark, but like,
yeah, I was happy also when Miraz died.
Yeah, Miraz was freedom.
So we get done with the battle. Caspian and them gather around Aslan. You know,
he becomes
usual. King. He becomes king, and
they ride into the city on horses, which Edmund looks superb. Edmund and Lucy look awesome.
Great, yeah.
Peter hands over his sword, which is sad. Which I know that Peter's a bad person, but I'm really sad. I don't know why I got really sad because I don't know. I love that sword, and so I don't know. I just felt just because until the third movie, I was really disappointed to see that before the third movie came out because I was like, you're giving it to the whiniest person ever. Why are you giving the best weapon to the one of the worst characters? But you know.
Also, I hate the fact that Susan and Caspian kiss.
And also, you know.
Also, I don't know what he liked about her.
That's something I liked about the original was that they didn't kiss and they just walked through the magic gate thingy or whatever.
Like Caspian was such a great character.
They wrote him so well. They wrote him so well in the original.
And they messed up his character.
I know. It's so sad.
It also makes sense why he and Eustace in the book and in the Dawn Treader are so good. And Silverchair too. Such great friends. Because Caspian is a kind soul. Like, he's a really sweet kid. Like, I really like that.
I think Peter and Caspian were supposed to be kind, sweet souls.
In the original, Peter, Susan, and Caspian were lovable characters. They were never jerks. They were, I mean, you saw the older brother, older sister tendency coming through.
Right.
But it's not like overly, you know.
They were able to write their characters in a way that actually was good storytelling.
Yeah.
Like character development. Like that, I feel like they had actual character development in the original, to be honest. Like the original Prince Caspian, they had actual character development because they were kind of whatever in the first movie, and then they actually got some character, like they actually got character development. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and you can see how much they care about their siblings a lot.
Yeah, they really do care about Edmund and Lucy a lot more in the original than they do in
and they each of them struggle with their own
problems. Yeah.
Like. Yeah, I can't wait to dive deeper into talking about the characters more. But anyway, what would you rate the original Prince Caspian?
Accuracy, I don't know how accurate it is to the book, but I don't know how accurate it is to the book. How accurate is it to the book?
Actually, it is. I think it
is it the least accurate from of the originals?
I think the least accurate is actually Dawn Treader.
In the originals? Really?
Just because I know of a few scenes that are changed from to save time from the.
So I guess based off that I'd give accuracy like 8 out of 10 for accuracy because of those changes.
And what would you rate it for like enjoyability?
Enjoyability, 9 out of 10. Silverchair's 10 out of 10 for me, but I mean, just because it's my favorite. But 9 out of 10 because it's my second favorite. I'd have to give it 9 out of 10 out of likability because I watched that one probably the most out of all of them. And then I watched Dawn Treader probably third most, and then it would be Witch in the Wardrobe. Witch in the Wardrobe. So, what about you?
For
originals.
For originals, I would say for accuracy, I would say 9 out of 10. Maybe 9.5 out of 10. For enjoyability, I think I'll do 9 out of 10 just because some parts are a little slow. But it's not like so bad.
Yeah.
Even though it's the shortest.
It's not as slow as Lion Witch in the Wardrobe. That one is slow.
Oh, yeah. Like, certain scenes just drag.
I will say this, though, and then for the, remake, accuracy, I would give, maybe also an 8 out of 10 for accuracy on that, because, it's got some stuff that's not very accurate and all that stuff. But as far as enjoyability, I'm gonna give it negative 10 out of 10. I'm giving it negative 10 out of 10. That's my rank for it.
For accuracy.
Actually, no. You know what? I'll give it 1 out of 10 because of Edmund and all the funny characters. But that's the only reason why I'd give it a 1 out of 10. That's it.
Okay, for accuracy for the remake, I would say 4 out of 10, and then for enjoyability for me 2 out of 10, because I would say 1 out of 10 is for all the funny great characters, and the other one is for action sequences, but that's it. As far as story wise, I don't know why people like this movie so much.
Again, because people think that it has a lot of character development and plot.
But I will say that I can't wait until we get to the character thing, because Edmund, favorite character.
I will tell you this right now. I will say this. I like Caspian in movie 3 better.
Me too.
Mainly because he's more mature. That's the only reason, because he's more mature. He actually acts closer to the Caspian from the original Don Treader movie. So, which is why I like him, because I like that version, because he's more mature.
Yeah.
And that's pretty much it, but we'll get more into that when we do that video, but that's all I'm going to say about Caspian. Yeah.
Sorry we were really ticked off on a lot of stuff, and very loud and very passionate, but this is how we are.
Yeah.
We love talking about these things, but I will say one of the whole reasons we decided to do this was because we want to defend our boy Edmund so much, because he gets a lot of hate, and a lot of people stop at Lion Witch in the Wardrobe,
and they don't finish the series, and the usual. And then when they do, they always say movie 2 is their favorite. I'm like, no, 3 out of the remakes, 3 is the best. Out of all the movies combined, it's Silverchair. Nothing beats Silverchair,
even though it was made in 1989 or 1990. Sorry.
Even though it had some slow scenes in it, slower sections in it, it beats all of them combined. It's not even close. It had the best story, had the best characters. It was funny. It was just the best one. I'm sorry if you guys disagree. You can disagree, but in Megan and I's opinion, nothing beats Silverchair. Nothing comes close. It's just not even.
David hasn't read the books, but it's also my favorite book out of all of them.
I will probably be reading that eventually. I will most likely read them eventually. It's just I haven't read them yet.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Anyway, if you guys enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, like, and subscribe. Also, comment down below what your favorite Narnia movie is, if you've seen them, or your favorite Narnia book. So, bye. See you guys next week. Comment
what you want us to discuss next.
If
you want us to compare, say, the Dark Knight trilogy or something, we'll do it.
Yeah.
We will, I kind of want to do that, to be honest.
We will only do movies, you can make suggestions, but we will only be able to do the ones that we've actually seen.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I want to do the Dark Knight eventually, though. Dark Knight trilogy, because we watched them.
We should do that and Spider-Man.
All the Spider-Man, all of them, including Tobey Maguire and Andrew, and ranking all of them.
Yeah, we could do that and talk about,
what we like
Maybe
about each Spider-Man.
Spider-Man.
Because there are things I like all about each of them.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you don't really like Tobey's universe that much, but there are some elements to his universe that is unique and interesting.
Yeah, there are things
and good.
that I would. Yeah.
So I don't know.
So, yeah,
Anyway, just let us know, and yeah. So bye.
Bye. See you next week.
Bye, guys.